The heroes we create are a symbol and a reflection of our human potential, not human reality. They represent the very best of what we can and should strive for. They encourage us to reach higher, to try harder, to go further than we ever thought possible. They push us to see beyond the boundaries and limitations of our everyday lives, to dream about what we could be, instead of fretting about what we are. And perhaps most importantly of all, they remind us that there's still something fundamentally good in all of humanity. For all our flaws and our mistakes and our weaknesses, it's our ability to pick ourselves up, to move forward, to strive to better ourselves and overcome our limitations that's defined all of our history. It's what's driven us to build great cities, invent new technologies, compose great symphonies and works of art, to explore the furthest reaches of our planet, and to reach for the stars. The potential that exists inside each and every one of us is as unlimited as our imaginations, and the heroes that we create to inspire and motivate and guide us reflect the very best aspects of that boundless potential. So I guess it's kind of sad and disheartening to watch today's cynical, nihilistic, mean-spirited attempts to undermine, subvert and degrade those same heroes. Instead of respecting and looking up to them, it's become fashionable to mock and belittle and criticize them as relics of a bygone era, or symbols of oppression or discrimination, without really understanding what they stood for in the first place. People who once looked to our heroes as symbols to aspire to, as a motivation to become more than they are, now see them as an unflattering reflection of their own weaknesses and failures. Rather than try to better themselves and their lives through hard work, courage and sacrifice, they instead find perverted joy in tearing down anything that stands higher than them, bringing everyone and everything down to their level, instead of the harder but more rewarding task of raising themselves up. And the end result of this way of thinking is a small, petty, envious view of the world. The kind of thing that belongs in the minds of small, petty, envious people who hide their dark intent behind a facade of compassion and fairness. The kind of people who hysterically preach acceptance of everything, no matter how ridiculous, harmful or pathetic. Because once you accept everything, then there's no need to strive for anything. And instead of the mighty and inspiring heroes we used to look up to, well, you end up with stuff like this. Now ask yourself, who exactly do you think is going to be inspired and motivated by this? Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Go away now.